Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mad Scientist, and I am here again to talk about radio promotion. Okay. Um, like I always tell you, I'm not really the how-to guy, but it seems that your lucky days are here. Okay, because I've been invited to now participate in a program at the radio station that I currently work for, which is Power 97.5 LA in Los Angeles. And they've asked me to create a series of weekly series, which will be talking about the music industry from an artist point of view. Now, normally, I'm not the one that wants to do this, as most of you who follow me know, but I have come to the realization that part of working at a radio station is being part of the community. And out here in LA, we have a lot of artists who would love to be a part of this industry, would love to have their music considered for radio promotion or radio airplay, and they don't know how. And unfortunately, there is a lot of information that you need to have before we even consider if your music is suitable for playing. So there's a lot of technical information. So over the next hour, or 50 minutes, I'm going to go over in detail some things that you need to know as an artist. And for those who watch me on YouTube, you may feel a little like, why is he explaining it like that? I can clearly see what he's talking about, primarily because the audio part will be heard on radio, and I have to go into detail so that the people who are listening on the radio station will understand what I'm saying. Okay, because they're not watching the video. Okay, so this is this is the type of what am I trying to say? I guess what I'm trying to say is, listen, you'll be able to watch it, you'll be able to listen to it, and hopefully you'll get as much information out of it as possible. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get to it because I don't want to waste too much time. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the concept of metadata. And I'm going to share my screen. Is this the one? Script. Okay. Yeah, this is the one. Okay. So if you're watching it, you can see it clearly says what is metadata. But if you listen to it on the radio, then I have to like read to you what this is saying. Okay. What is metadata? That's META data. METADATA. And that's all one word. Okay. What is metadata? Metadata is a type of data that describes other data. Kind of confusing, right? I'm giving you this is the definition that you find on Google, not on Google Scholar. This is regular Google. Okay. For those who went to college, you know the difference between Google and Google Scholar. If you want to get a real true definition, then you go to Google Scholar. I went to Google because, this is pretty much what the definition is, and then I'm going to have to explain it anyway. Okay. All right. So metadata is a type of data that describes other data. It can be applied to many things, such as books, computer files, or art. Metadata can help summarize a set of data and can include information such as administrative data, information used to manage data, such as who can access it, when and how it was created, and copyright permissions. Contextual details, information that provides meaning to the data, such as how it was collected, what assumptions were made, or the geographic scope. Okay, this is music, so we're not really dealing with contextual data. File properties, details that identify or describe a file such as the title, author, subject, and keywords. That's more music. Different terms, but this is essentially what we're doing with your songs. Okay, you're describing file properties. Metadata can be created, stored, managed, and preserved like any other data. It's important because it can add value. That's a key phrase. Add value to other information and help improve data quality. Okay. Metadata can also help others find and use relevant information more quickly, which can save time and effort. And this, my friends, is the most important aspect of metadata for those of us who are in music. Okay. One thing I want to summarize this first paragraph and say is that when it comes down to metadata, it gives the person, before we listen to your song, it gives us an opportunity to know what it is that you're giving us. Okay, it's the wrapper, like, and I don't mean the wrapper. It's, you have a candy bar and it's the wrapping around the candy bar. So before you just pick up a piece of candy, you pretty much know what that candy is, right? If it's chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, does it have nuts in there? Does it have almonds? You know, what's the calorie count? You know, what's in it? Is there any protein? Is it all carbs? You want to know all that stuff before you just start biting into it. Okay, so think of metadata is a way for us to know all the things that you want us to know about this song before we start listening to it. Okay. Now, here's the most important thing. Why is metadata required? Because it is required. Okay. And the requirement is not a matter of, oh man, the radio stations are trying to control us. No, it's actually partly that, but more importantly, it's for your protection. Okay. This is to make sure that you are properly credited for the music that we play, that belongs to you. You legally own it, and you want to be credited. You don't want us just playing the music and people saying, oh, nice song, but who's the artist? How do I find out what it is? I can't be humming, talking about this song, right? Okay. And then secondly, that's how you get compensated. All right. Because, all the PRO, performing rights organizations, and Sound Exchange, they're not listening to the radio trying to find out who's played. Okay. So the only way you're going to get credit for your song, your music being played, is if you have the metadata. Okay. Now, why is metadata required? It is very important that your tracks display correct metadata within Live 365. Now, you may wonder, what is Live 365? We'll get into that. Okay. To comply with our music licensing partners. What are the music licensing partners? We'll get into that. In live DJ mode, there are tools like Station Playlist and NextQuinn, which have cue sheet features that allow for reporting multiple metadata events for a single audio file. Metadata is important. Metadata is the information attached to a track that shows the track title, artist, and album. This information is important not only for Sound Exchange reporting, but it also helps Auto DJ function properly, given a wider selection of songs and much better track rotation. Okay, you should try to avoid having any tracks with blank metadata or that are labeled as untitled artist or untitled album. This is because the DMCA check will think that all those tracks are from the same artist or album, even though they might not be. This is important because according to the DMCA, you can only have songs from the same artist or album a maximum of 4 times in 3 hours. Now, you may be wondering, what the heck is DMCA? And what's going on? Is this a law lesson? Okay, no, this is all things that are done for your protection. So it's important that you understand that the Digital Millennium Copyright Act is a federal law passed in 1998 to protect copyright holders from online theft of their work. That pretty much says it all. The DMCA aims to balance the interest of the copyright owners and internet service providers when copyright infringement occurs online. So essentially, this is for your protection. And so metadata becomes your way of protecting yourself. It's putting the rapper on your song, not you as the rapper, but it's putting the rapper on the song so that you can be identified and you can be paid. Now, those who are watching this on YouTube can see that this is the instructions that I got from Power Nation, the radio station, right? And so we have what's called we have software that we use in order to auto DJ the music out to the radio, to the radio listeners. Okay, or we can live DJ. Okay, so many of the radio stations that you're listening to, they have a combination of either live DJ, and they'll tell you like, oh, DJ so and so, DJ Mad Scientist is on the 1 and 2, but most of the time it's auto DJ. And what the radio station does is it puts the music in their database, and if there's no metadata, then the auto DJ is not going to recognize or understand what your music is. And the only way that they're going to know, which is a computer, the only way the computer is going to know what your song is if you put the metadata. Now let's look at what metadata is needed. Okay. Whenever I have to stream, I always get phone calls, and everyone knows that I'm streaming and I'm on the radio, but here they are, they call me. All right. Now, as an artist, what metadata should you be placing on all of your music every time? Not sometimes, not, oh, well, this song is not going to go to radio. They also need metadata when it goes to the record pools. That's a whole different stream, but they also need the metadata, okay? All right, anytime you're giving your music to anyone else, in order to play, you need to have metadata. So this has to be part of your routine. And it used to be a time where this information was placed on the songs when it was mastered. Well, most of us don't go to mastering engineers anymore. So therefore, we're missing that whole process whenever we master our songs at home. Okay. So let's go over all of the metadata that needs to be placed on each of your songs. Number one, the title of the song. Okay. And it's just the title. Okay. So if the song is called My Beautiful Woman, then just call it My Beautiful Woman. Okay. And you may have different versions of the song, but you just want to put My Beautiful Woman. Okay. The artist, you are the artist. So you want to put down you as the artist, who you are. Now, you also want to include your features. So if you have people that are featured, you can put that in the artist. Okay. This is pretty standard for a lot of people, but it's just a reminder that you need to do this. The name of the album. Now, if your song is a single, then you're just going to put the name of the song. So My Beautiful Woman, it's a single, then the album is My Beautiful Woman. Okay. The year. So I don't think I have to explain that. Genre, whatever genre you think it is, put the genre in. The key of the song. Now, I want to really stress this. The key of the song is the musical key, the traditional musical key. So if it's F minor, then it's F minor. You put the big F or the capital F with a little M, minor. Okay. You don't have to put the DJ. Some DJs will say, hey, just put the DJ harmonic. No, don't put that one. If it's F minor, it's F minor. The BPM, or the tempo of the song. The record label. Now, you may say, I don't have a record label because I'm just like not putting the song out. Okay, now here's where you're going to come into a problem. If you haven't released the song, and this is what separates the professional from the unprofessional. If you haven't released a song, then stop. You're not putting this out to the radio station. Okay. So the most important thing is now you're getting to the part where, hey, I need to release the song. And this is the information that I'm going to use. So you're going to put whatever record label it is. Okay. Then once you put it out with its TuneCore, CD Baby, however you put it out, you always get an ISRC. Okay. That is your song's social security number, the ISRC. Now, let me look up what ISRC means. I know what it is, but I want to be clear. ISRC. Okay. International Standard Recording Code. Okay. That's what ISRC stands for. International Recording Code. Okay. That's what that is. And you want to make sure that you want to make sure hold on. You want to make sure that you have the ISRC embedded into your music. And then the album artwork. Okay. You want to get nice little artwork. You can do 3,000 by 3,000 square. As long as it's square, then you're fine. Okay. And JPEG. Yes, JPEG. All right. So that's the information that you are going to embed into all of your music. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing this and go back here. All right. Now, you may ask yourself, how do I embed all of this into a song? Because when I go to my DAW, like I use Cubase, some people may use FL Studios. There are different DAWs out there that will allow you to make your music. Logic, Pro, Pro Tools. I don't see that I could put all of this information. Some of it you can, artist, title, but the ISRC, the artwork, I can't add that. Okay. How do I do that? Is there some kind of conspiracy to keep me from adding that on? No, there's not. What you want to, I'm going to be sharing my screen again. Share screen. And those who are listening, trust me, I'll describe what we're looking at. Okay. There is an app. It's called Music Brains Picard. Okay. And those who are looking can see what this is. It's called Music Brains Picard. Let me spell it for those listening. Music, M-U-S-I-C, Brains, B-R-A-I-N-Z. Okay, no S, Z. And then the last word is Picard. P as in Paul, I, C as in cat, A as in apple, R as in Robert, D as in dog. Music Brains Picard. And it's an app that you can download into your computer. And this will allow you to add various files and then add all of the required information onto your song. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up songs that are already done. Okay. I'm not going to go through and, hey, let's add this on. And no, just all songs that are already done. Okay. Let's use my music so that we don't have any issues. And Mad Scientist. Okay. Now, for those who can see, they'll see that all of a sudden all these tags show up. Okay. Now, and then you also see the artwork. Now, let's go down the different tags. I have the title. The title of the song is Mad Crazy. Artist. The artist is Mad Scientist. The album, New Day. Track number 2. Length is 4 minutes, 57 seconds. Okay. This is all the information that I have on here. Now, I realize I did not put length on the list, but it's good to put it on there. Okay. Date 2019. Album artist, Mad Scientist, BPM 98. It has on here compilation from iTunes. It's not mandatory that you put that on there, but you can. Composer, Umfanisi Hodari Norman, that's me. Okay. Genre, pop. Key 3A. Now, here's one of those situations where it's like, hey, you said if it's F minor, put F in. Okay, I did say that. Okay. And I have the record label. So I'm going to, because I'm a DJ. So I have this, I know what you're going to do. Okay. If you're a DJ, you're going to put 3A. Okay. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to find out what 3A. I can't remember what 3A is. 3A is what key? B flat. Okay, B flat minor. So what I'm going to do is come here and put on a new value B flat. I'm actually writing it in for those who can't see. I'm writing it into the new value, right? And then put the small m. Okay. And then I'm going to save. All right. So that's how you essentially you use Music Brains for Card to put all of the information. Now, you're like, hey, where's the ISRC, right? So what I can do is add new tag. And what I did was, let me slow down. I left click the mouse, add new tag, right? And I'm going to look for ISR. There it is. Already up. Okay. Up. Add new tag. I have to put in the ISRC number. Now, I'm not going to go and look for that. Sorry. Now, you may be saying, are you being hypocritical? Because you don't even have an ISRC on this. Okay. I'm going to show you why I don't have the ISRC. But I want you to, let me just put in some numbers real quick. So you can see, okay, now the ISRC is in there, right? All right, but I'm not going to save. Now, I can save that and we're done. Okay. It is now, all of the required information is now on your MP3 file. It is now on there. Okay. It may not seem like it, but I'm going to close this out. And let me see if I can show you Power Nation, Music Library, Mad Scientist Music. I'm trying to keep this with independent artists. The reason why is because most major artists have a second step, which I know I know what the step is, but that's going to require you to that will require you to buy a service, and I'm trying to avoid you having to buy that service. But I will tell you what the service is, but you're gonna have to have somebody else do it for you. Okay. Now, let me share the screen again. And what I'm going to show you is, okay, so what you're looking is some songs that have some metadata. Okay. And as you see right here, and those who can't see, what I'm looking is I'm showing you I've highlighted one song. Let me find Mad Crazy. Okay. So I touch Mad Crazy, and you can see where those who can see, there's my artwork right there attached to the file. And as you see, all of the metadata is on this file. So even though this is a song, this is literally an MP3 file. It has all of this metadata attached to it. Okay. And I did it with the Music Brains Picard app. Okay. Now you see the key. I didn't save it, so it still says 3A. Okay. Now I'll explain to you why. Let's go into why I didn't change it on the files. There is a service, it's called Music Brains. Okay. And it's like the Wikipedia for all music. So I can search any music. Let's search Drake. And for those who are on the radio can't see, there's a whole list of all of Drake, Canadian rapper. So all the Drakes that were in here, but now I'm looking at all of Drake's music. And this is essentially the musical Wikipedia for everybody's music. Now, Drake is a major artist, so he has a distribution company and publishing companies who are going to make sure that the Wikipedia, the musical Wikipedia, is updated just like his regular Wikipedia. Okay, let me make sure I'm showing this. Okay, yeah, I'm sharing this. Okay, so you have Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same, View, Scorpio, All for the Dogs, Lost Tracks, Care Package, Lo-Fi Poppy, Thank Us Later. Okay, so all of this music that he's put out, all the singles, it has it all listed in here. And the people who put this information in here is not Drake. Drake is not putting this information in here. It is pretty much his probably either his distributor or his publishing company that is doing it. And there are people who know how to put this information in correctly so that it is all the metadata is correct, and all the references and all the recording information, all the relationships. Each of these songs have different relationships. Okay. An example of a relationship would be Honestly Nevermind, which is Her Loss, that album, which is an album he did with 21 Savage. So you have to show the relationship because 21 Savage also has his Music Brains Wikipedia, right? And so they have to show the relationship between each other. That's what a relationship is. Okay. And so there's people out here who know how to put this together. The reason why I'm not going over it now is because we're not talking about this. We're talking about, and you could pay a service. There's a service, but a lot of independent artists don't have the money or the resources to get this done. And If it was necessary, I would tell you to get it done, but it's not completely necessary. It's helpful. I have my music in here. Okay. My music is here, but I didn't put the music in there. It was already in there from my distributors. And so, fine. I went on and that's whenever I send my music out, I know my music is in Music Brains. Okay. But if for whatever reason, I'm somebody just, some radio station asked me, hey, can you just send it over? I probably would just go ahead and get the metadata corrected on the ones that I send over. Okay. Because I realize they need that information so it can be reported. They're not trying to keep me out of their system. They're trying to just protect me. And it's part of the law now. Okay. Okay. So now that I've finished explaining that, so now you have your music tagged correctly. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to Mediabase. Now, Mediabase, and for those who are on the radio, let me spell it for you. It's Media, Media, Base, Base, and it's all one word. Now, when you first go to Mediabase, I'm going to show you, share this out, what you find. Mediabase, right? And you're going to go, you're like, okay, this is great. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to the website and you're going to be like, wow, this is really nice. And you're going to try log in and you're going to realize, wait, I can't create an account. Like, I don't have an account yet. I can't create an account. What's wrong? Oh, this guy, Norman, mad scientist, he sucks. Okay. No. If you look under here where it says login, you're going to see something called frequently asked questions. So you're going to see the login and you're going to like, I don't have a password, but it's going to say, you're going to see underneath that login where it says frequently asked questions. And you're going to click it. Under the frequently asked questions, you're going to see a question where it says, where do I send my new music to be encoded? And for those who see, you can see I'm pointing. Where do I send my new music to be encoded? Okay. And you're going to click that plus. You're going to click a plus over there. And you're going to see a little blue highlighted Mediabase new music notification form. And that's where you're going to go. Now, I'm going to go here because I've already deleted all my personal information. And I'm going to... oh, wait. I hit the wrong... Hold on. I'll get it right. Okay. I need to see that anyway. 33 minutes. All right. Present. Share screen. Mediabase. All right. Now, you're going to fill out this form. This is the form that you're going to use to fill out and send this to Mediabase. Now, why is Mediabase important? Mediabase is important because whenever your music is played on radio stations, and we're going to say it's going to get played and everybody's playing it, everybody loves your music, right? Now you want it to chart. You want the industry to see it. Like, I got this really banging song. A good example is Ludacris. He was working at a radio station, and that's how he got his start, because he had all his friends playing the music, and they could see on the charts, like, oh, this song, My Fantasy, it's charting. Okay. How does that happen? Mediabase is the one that happens. They compile, what music is being played, and they put you on the chart. And we'll go back to Mediabase so I can actually show you the charts. Okay. So you put your name, your company, your phone number, email. Okay. And then you got to put the song information. What's the song information that they want? Exact artist, featured artist, label, exact title, version, official release date, the ISRC, the album, and the album UPC. And so you want to always put that information. Is it an independent label? Yes. Artist website? You should have a website. Okay. It's not mandatory, so don't worry about it. If you don't have one, don't worry about it, but you should have one. Okay. Additional comments about the song. And then you can upload the song. Now, uploading, you only need an MP3 file, 320 kilobytes per second, kbps. Okay. 320 kilobytes per second. That's what I use. I've heard some people say 128 is fine. I can only tell you what I do. I use 320 kilobytes per second. Okay. And then you submit it. And you'll get an email that says confirm. Okay. Now that's Mediabase. The next thing you want to do is you want to get an account, a free account with Sound Exchange Direct. Okay. And what this will allow you to do is collect royalties for non-interactive players, music players. What's non-interactive? Spotify is interactive. Why? Because when I go to Spotify, I know what I want to hear, and then I say, Spotify, play it. Okay, that's interactive. Non-interactive is I go to an app, usually a radio station, iHeart, in the case of iHeart. Okay, you can go to iHeart, you can go to TuneIn, and you pull up the radio station, 97.5 LA, and you listen to it from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And you're like, oh, there is Mad Scientist. He's right there. Yep, I'm right there playing music. Now, I may ask you, hey, you could, send me a request, right? But really, you can't. Okay. I'm just playing. You're just listening, being entertained. Okay. It's not interactive. You're just listening. Okay. You might have me on in the background while you're doing other work. It's non-interactive. All right. So this is what Sound Exchange collects for people who own the masters and for the artists. Now, many of us as independent artists, we own our own masters, right? So we're the ones that collect this stuff for ourselves. And so you're going to have to come here, get a free account. And what you'll do is you will submit your recordings. Okay. So those who are watching realize that Mfanisi, that's my government name, rights owner. And I submitted recordings. Okay. And let me see on here where catalog submission history. Okay. I have some submission history, and I'm not going to open this up because not that I'm hiding it. It's just that, okay, it's unnecessary. But I submitted all of my music. And then the second step is you have to claim your music. So with this, there's 2 steps. There's submit it. And then once it's in, you have to claim it. And right here under my catalog, you'll see where it says submit recordings. And then you'll see another tab that says search and claim. So for those who are listening, you go to Sound Exchange Direct. You open a free account. It's free. It's easy. And then you'll have a home page. And under the tab, My Catalog, you'll have submit recordings. You'll also have claim the recordings. Okay. And you'll also have a submission history. Okay. So Sound Exchange is very important. If you need to, there's plenty of information on YouTube about Sound Exchange Direct. It's one of those things that everyone's discovering Okay, so there's a lot of videos out there for Sound Exchange Direct. All right. Now, let's go ahead and stop sharing. And let me look at my time. So I have about 10 more minutes, which is fine. Now that you have your music tagged and you have your music in the database for Sound Exchange and Mediabase, now you come to the radio stations. Okay. Now there's different radio stations. There's out here in LA, we have a radio station called Power 106. It's like our big radio station out here, right? And they're the radio station you hear when you're driving around in your car. Okay. You're driving around in your car, you're listening, and any car you get that has a radio in it, all you gotta do is dial, right? That's called terrestrial radio. Terrestrial, okay? It's like Earth, all right? That's called terrestrial radio. And that's what I call old-fashioned radio, okay? It's kind of like many of you probably don't remember, used to be able to buy a TV, set it on your table, bring out the antennas, turn it on. Right? That's all you needed. Now you got to either have the internet or cable box. Really, I think cable boxes are outdated. I think grandmas have cable boxes now, right? But you have to have the internet, and everything you watch is either on an app or it's on an app. But it's the internet, right? You watch TV on the internet. So, in all those stations, like I look at TNT because I like basketball, right? All right, I just watch it on the app. Don't watch it with rabbit ears. And those who can't see, I'm making rabbit ears with my hands. Okay. You don't do that anymore. You just get the TNT app and then I can watch basketball. Okay. And so that's the same thing with radio now. You just get the iHeart app and then you can take that app with you everywhere, on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, anywhere, in your car, while you're jogging. You can listen to the radio station and you can listen to any kind of radio station from around the world. So even though I'm based here in LA, we get coverage around the entire world, whereas Power is only here in LA. And as soon as you go to Orange County, the southern part of Orange County, which is going towards Mexico, you start hearing static. Okay. You go too far north towards San Francisco, you hear static. But with an app, you never hear static. Why? Because it's internet based. It's an app. Okay. It's either in your car or on your phone. Okay. And your phone is connected to your car. Okay. Through Bluetooth. All right. So that's the benefit of listening to radio on the app. Another benefit is that a lot of people who are doing music on the app, we're more we will listen to your music and consider playing it before Power 106s will play it. Okay. Now that's a whole nother discussion. We're not going to go into it. I'm just going to say to you, hey, listen, we're probably going to play your music before Power 106. So don't look down on us. We're like the cable for radio stations. And right now, everybody watches cable. Okay. They don't watch regular TV. Your grandmother does, but not us. Okay. So grandmother listens to regular terrestrial radio. So what you can do is now contact us. Now, let me go ahead and find our radio station online. Um, 11.5 LA. Okay. All right. Uh, there it is. Okay, so let me share the screen. Okay, so for those who can watch, this is what our website looks like. Okay, and you can uh, where is it? Well, oh, duh, there it is. Promote your music. Now, indie artists can get your music played on the radio today. Okay. And all you gotta do is contact us, Power 97.5 LA, the heart of music. Now, if you're listening to us on the radio, you already know who we are. Okay. But you can call the new music department 1-800 379 0408, extension 201. Just go ahead and give us a call. Okay. But make sure that before you give us a call and you're all excited, you go ahead and make sure your stuff is tagged and databased. Okay. Properly tagged and databased. Because, and let me stop sharing this so I could look at myself when I say this, because this is the part I really want to stress. In order for us to properly operate, it has nothing to do with whether I like the song. I'm a DJ. I'm an active professional DJ. I DJ at a lot of places here in LA. Okay. I play a lot of music that I don't like. I don't mind saying that. I tell that to people all the time. And what I mean by don't like, meaning on my own, I would not listen to it. Okay. On my own, like Spotify, which is interactive, I would not interact with that artist, although that music. But when I'm DJing, I will play it. And I know it's good, but would I like it? No, it's not good for me. One of my favorite artists is Rick Ross. I like Port of Miami too. If I'm working out, Port of Miami 2 is usually in my headphones 99% of the time. That is my workout music. Okay. Not the new stuff. Port of Miami 2, Rick Ross. Okay. But I recognize that I need to play other music. So don't get caught up into asking. I get this question asked of me all the time. What do you think about it? Don't ask me that question. And I tell artists all the time, don't ask me that question. It doesn't matter if I like it. What I care about is, does it fit my format, which is a different video? We're not going to do that today. Does it fit my format, and is it tagged? That's all I care about. Those two things you as the artist control. You can tag your music, and you can make music that fits my format, and I'm going to play it. That's it. So this is like a very easy thing to get into. And I want to stress that, for those who are listening and for those who are looking, don't get caught up into should people like your music. The only people that need to like your music are your customers. On the industry side, we don't have to like it in order to use it. And when we use it, we pay you for it. Okay. But you have to have it tagged. Okay. And you have to have it databased. And so I want you to take this seriously. I'm going to do follow up and really get into the detail of radio and music. So you'll see other videos. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, because this is information that you want to have from someone who is actually working. My job is not to make videos. My job is to DJ on a radio station and in live. But I'm sharing this information because I care. All right, you guys, I think that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Follow, like, subscribe. Mad Scientist. If you want to find me on Instagram at the Mad Science, okay. That's at then DAMADD Science. Okay, science spelled like science. All right. I think that's it. Thank you everybody who took the time to listen to the entire program. And good luck. And I hope to have your music in my hands very soon. Okay. I will talk to you later.